Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers, Facebookians. This video is Rocky 5. I haven't seen Rocky 6 or Rocky Balboa, but this is good. This leads off on Rocky 4 at the end. Rocky 5's in the shower, he calls Adrian and he says he's having some problems, right? Problems, like PTSD or boxer syndrome. Goes back, goes and sees the doctor. And before anything happens, apparently from what I remember of the movie recently is, he finds out his lawyer, who Paulie, his brother-in-law, made him sign a paper giving a power of attorney while he was gone. And the power of attorney decided to take his real estate, flip it, try to make a profit, and then give back his property. Well, instead, these high-stakes things failed, and Rocky goes bankrupt. He goes back to his original house he goes to, or Paulie's house. And while he's sitting there, Paulie's house, I believe. While he's sitting there at Paulie's house, he's got to deal with his son. His son's kind of, got to go to private school instead of public school, or public school instead of private school. Things fall apart. The wife goes back to her original job at the pet shop. They kept in, friends for years and blah, blah, blah. Rocky's now hanging out, cleaning up the boxing ring, and he's decided to open it up for boxing reasons. It's in his son's name, so he's doing this. Well, while he goes there, there's a guy that wants to try out at boxing and goes into the ring on an expedition, pummels the crap out of the guy. Finally, he goes and begs Rocky, hey, help me out, and this is supposedly the grandson of John Wayne, Tommy the Machine Gun Morris, who died recently, last year. Anyways, trains him and stuff, ignores his own family, ignores his wife, ignores his brother-in-law, and ignores his son. His son had his coat taken away. Eventually, his son goes to the ring, to where Mighty Mix is, the boxing place for training in the gym. Learns a few pointers and goes and beats the crap out of the kid that took his coat. Defends the girl, that he likes. Meanwhile, Tommy the Duke Morrison is going all over with Rocky. Rocky's got his flair back. He said, this kid's going places. Well, eventually, he beats all these things, becomes the world title weight. But this guy, George Washington Duke, a black guy, by the way, turns around and basically eggs Tommy on, and by the way, and gives Tommy this girl who's a redhead, huge breasts, probably implants, goes in and basically eggs on Rocky. Rocky says, I'm not fighting you. Well, apparently Tommy's been brainwashed into thinking, quote unquote, that Rocky he's never going to get under the shadow. They call it Rocky's robot, or something or other. So Tommy the Duke gets very pissed off. Tommy Morrison, also known Tommy Machine Guns. That's it, Tommy Guns. That's the character's name. So eventually, Rocky has nothing to prove. Rocky's retired. He can't prove anything. He's got this boxer syndrome. What's he do? He relaxes. Tommy goes in at the end of the movie, challenges him while he's playing a pinball machine. Goes in there, and literally Rocky pummels the crap out of him in the street. Yeah, all because Rocky is upset. Well, Rocky goes and apologizes to his son to fix things up. And, well, at the end of 5... that's it, He basically, this was where they were going to stop it, but people wanted a 6th one. Eventually, they gave him one. But 5 basically was a good one because he lost everything. He went bankrupt. He went back to Paulie's house, which Paulie kept, didn't sell it. It was paid off. And guess what? He went back there. He stayed there. He lived there. He did everything he had to. And in the end, Rocky was like, well, I'll just work here running the gym. And the wife will work this part-time making money. And they survived, and it's a good movie because it overcomes the odds. I mean, you lose everything, you rebuild everything. You're not heartbreaking and saying, oh, well, this is what's happened, that's what happens, I'm depressed. Instead, he rebuilds. I mean, yeah, he thinks, not for himself. And in the end, it's a damn good movie on the grounds of the whole story. What do I give it? 5 stars because it's an all-time cast. Talks about overcoming bankruptcy, losing everything because you're a celebrity. Starting over and building up again. But he didn't fight. He just says no. Meanwhile, Tommy wanted to get out of his shadow, as I said, and well, challenged him, and well, Rocky pummeled him in the street. And in the end, Paulie says, you should have just left him in the street instead of helping him get this far. Well, that was true, but Rocky wanted to let someone get off the trash heap, or the crap pile, as Morgan Freeman would say in a movie I'll be doing soon. So yeah, please add and subscribe if you like. How many stars? 5. So please add and subscribe if you like. Please post comments in the box if you like. Please add me as a friend if you like. And please look for more videos in the future. Yeah, that's right. So there you have it. May God bless the world.